Holy moly, that's a lot of intro. It's 10:38, man. Hey, you're watching 757 Hustle Show. My name is George. It is now 10:38 on the East Coast. It is January 30th, man, 2026. Yeah, man. We are on Facebook tonight, and we're also on YouTube. And for your podcasting listening pleasure, and if you're watching us on a replay, please say hello in the comments, and we'll get back to you shortly. I'm a little hoarse tonight. Last night was crazy. We did the Home Masters Universe thing. It was fucking amazing. Had a blast. I was like, screaming like a chick. I lost my whole entire voice. But anyway, tonight it's going to be fun, man. Yeah, we're running a little bit late. And we have a cool, funny guy on right now. I don't know. You judge. I don't judge. I just observe and comment out loud. Make some noise for Cliff from Cliff on Comics, everybody. Where is he at? There he is. All right. What's up, brother, man?
I'm good. How are you doing? Look, I even brought the crown just in case I needed it.
Oh, there you go.
But this is so funny because my joke is like it's my whole birthday month, right? So like this is the second to last day. We're on 30th. Tomorrow's 31st. I have a show that I'm doing on my channel at 5:00. So like that's it, and that's it till next year.
Awesome. How old are you going to be?
I am 48 now. I'm a January 1st baby.
January 1st. I am October 31st. Today, actually, tomorrow is my parents' my dad passed away, but it would have been my parents' 51st anniversary. I am a honeymoon baby. to the date. All right, we got Angel stopping by. Yo, Angel, what's up, man? Hope you're doing good, man. Thank you for stopping by tonight. We're hanging out, doing a little bit of comic books, having a little bit of fun, talking pop culture. It's the end of the week, man. Hey, where are you located, Cliff?
I'm in.
I mean, I don't need your zip code or anything. I just need like
slightly upstate New York.
Upstate New York. Okay.
Are you familiar with New Paltz?
I know upstate. I'm originally from Queens, New York, but the only reason I'm asking is because the weather has been kind of crazy. You got hit with snow up there, didn't you?
Oh yeah, we had like 2 feet last week. It was terrible.
Yeah. And I am out of Virginia, and we're supposed to be getting hit with 8 to 12 inches, and around here when that happens, it's like the whole world shuts down. Like
we shut down for one whole day. I went to the gas station, which is never closed, and the pumps were on, but there was nobody inside. It was closed up. I've never seen it closed up.
Yeah, that's crazy. Angel says he's 47, feeling like 100. Yeah, man.
Because like in here, I still feel 16. And then all of this, I'm starting to feel closer to 100.
Yeah, you know what? I remember my older brother told me one time, he's like, Georgie, when you turn 50, it's like when your car hits 100,000 miles, and then all of a sudden it starts leaking everywhere. You starts making noises. Even when the car's off, it's making noises. Yeah. So
it was 31.
31 for you? Oh, no.
31. At 31 was the first time I experienced lockjaw while I was eating food at work. So that was embarrassing. And of course, my coworkers made gay jokes. And then I got my first face cramps. I thought I was having a stroke. And I'm like, oh my God. Right. And like my supervisor came over and he's like, relax, Cliff, relax. It's a face cramp. I'm like, what's a face cramp? Why don't we talk about this? Is this like women not wanting to talk about pregnancy? Is this so we keep the human race going?
Did it go away?
I mean, eventually I stopped getting face cramps, but I also stopped working there, so I guess that was a big help. But like, oh my God, it was so bad. Like after I got the first 2 and he explained to me what was happening, when I would get them again, I would just be like, I'm like, okay, it's gonna pass. But I know a lot of people you've never had a face cramp, right?
I've not a full. I've cramped up, but not enough to like that long. I sing in a band.
Enough to go, what the fuck is happening to me, right?
No, not like that. Just enough to know, like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like you when you stretch too much and you're like, like that.
Mine was full Freddy Krueger pulling at you.
Oh no, definitely not like that, bro. That's scary. That could be scary.
I'm like, oh Oh no, I'm having a stroke. He's like, you're having a face cramp. This isn't a stroke.
Help me, help me. Everybody's just like, take 2 aspirin. You'll be all right.
No, the worst was me having a meatball sub and having lockjaw and everybody laughing. Just everybody laughing and being like, Cliff can't handle his balls. And I'm like, I hate all of you so much right now.
Man. But you can handle your balls, right?
I've been told.
There you go. All right. That's what I was looking for. All right. Hey, you're watching the 757 show. My name is George. It is the Friday night free for all. We're hanging out with comic book collector, funny dude, good person, Cliff from Cliff on Comics. Check out his channel. He's got a YouTube channel, right? And I think you're hanging around Instagram also if you want to follow him there. And what's go ahead, brother.
On Instagram, I'm at Cliff NY. I'm so sorry to disappoint everybody.
Oh man. Well, that's good. Good. That makes people, you want people to search for you. You gotta type in the extra letters in the search bar. So that's
Cliff NY is easier to find than Cliff on Comics, technically. But it's the whole thing now.
So what's going on in your channel, man? What do you do? Like, I know what you do, but quickly, like, what is it? Like, what do you want to promote? I saw you got coffee and comics. You do a lot of live streams, hauls. What's going on over there, man?
I celebrate the community. That's it. Celebrate our hobby. That's like my goal, So come on, talk about your Kickstarter, talk about your collection, talk about all of it.
So for people who don't know, a Kickstarter is a lot of independent people. It's like a GoFundMe. They they write their own book. They get together, either professional people too, people in the business, all the way from rookies to professional people. They do a Kickstarter or GoFundMe where they people pay for it, support you, and then the artists do it. We've had some of these guys here on the channel also doing that. So I love, because you're supporting and you're pushing the art and creativity and the comic book medium, keeping it going.
So I love those people, and of course I make them talk about their collection. Like I'll have somebody on. I'm like, you brought your comics, right? Like, show me the comics that made you fall in love with comics, because that was the road to you being like, I want to write a comic, right?
Show me the comics. Yeah, man.
Show me the comics. That's what I like. I have people come on and we do the 5-finger shuffle, which is dirty, but like, your pick of the week is like, I call it the pull out,
and we got, on this channel, we have people, they like movies and stuff like that, but they're not familiar in the comic book world. So I always like to explain to them when I'm having a guest on. That's what we did here on Wednesdays. It's called New Comic Book Day. A lot of new issues, right? A lot of new titles they get released on Wednesdays. So, and then a lot of these channels, they do what? They do top 10s, they do favorite picks, they do favorite, hauls. I went out, I got this. It's just like, it's no different than people who go shopping for clothes and like, look, I got this today. I got this today. I got, there's a whole community just for that.
Absolutely. And I'm all over it because I'm on like 3 different channels or more. I'm on my channel, I'm doing comics and coffee, comics and cocktails, whatever. I'm on the Council of Comics on Sundays and Mondays and Wednesdays. And Tuesdays, I'm on Izzyverse. We do top trending comics at 7 p.m. Eastern. Like, I'm everywhere I can be. I'm all over the place.
This man is so busy. I had to ask Cliff 3 years ago before I even knew who he was if he could come on here. So
right,
how long you been streaming? How long you been streaming?
Streaming, I think it's 3 years now, more than a little over 3 years. But like I kept taking a crack at this. Like I had I did a regular show called The Ring Is Chosen, and that's like, you can find those videos. They're like 11 years old, right? And so like that's out there, and then like it just wasn't going anywhere. And then I paired up with my friend Tony, and we did this show.
Hold on. 11 years on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah.
So okay, let me go further back. How long you been on YouTube?
A long time.
Okay, all right, okay. Let's go. All right, I want to go down your origin story. That's why I want to get to that in a second. But so you've been on YouTube for like what, 15 years, 11 years,
something like that. So like, I don't know. It's been a long time. I've taken many cracks at this, And I always felt like I was screaming into the void. Like I never I didn't see anybody out there. I would see like one really big name, and then that was it. And then, I was really just out of it because I was like, okay, this doesn't seem to be doing anything. It seems kind of fruitless. Then I paired up with my buddy Tony, and it was the same thing. Like we had everything. We had a dude who was editing for us. We had all the fun stuff, and we had like the 10 people watching. That was great. And then nothing really seemed to happen. And then Tony moved, and then that kind of fell apart. And we just kept. I don't know. I kind of left it alone. And then my buddy Sam is like, hey, I want to do this thing, the Council of Comics. Like, are you down? I'm like, I'm down. So we started doing that. And then I started showing up in people's chats, and people are like, oh, who is this guy? Who is this guy? And I was like, this sucks. I'm like, I need to go. I need to make my own. Like, I was like, I'm just sitting in the chats, like, just Clifford NY. Who's Clifford NY? I was like, and everybody else has their name is Legion of Comics and Comic Book this and Hero of the Dollar Bin and all that. I'm like, well, I'll just be Cliff on Comics. So I turned it into Cliff on Comics, and that just became my own thing, my own channel. And now I'm just all over the place.
Now, how long has Cliff actually been on comics?
Oh my God! Like since I was like 7, or before that. All right, so let's see. All right, so John Byrne Man of Steel is what, 1986, I think.
Yeah, he's somewhere around there.
Right, so that would have made me 8 years old. So Man of Steel was the first time I decided I'm collecting comics. So every week I was out there looking for Man of Steel. And then, Man of Steel is like, join us for Superman, Adventures of Superman, and Action Comics. So I was like, oh, well, I got to buy all this shit now. And then I just been collecting since. And then prior to that, I had some Superman comics because I really fell in love with Superman on television. And so I had like some Superman comics before I even could read. And I was torturing my mother, making her read to me the 3-part Superman versus Vartox over Lana Lang, the whole shebang. And my mom's like struggling to read that shit. Perry, what's up? I love you, Perry. Everyone who's trying to cancel you. And look, so there was a lot of that. So shout out to my mom for buying my comics and for reading to me when I was a kid.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so okay, that's cool. That's cool. What was your exposure to like superheroes like before comic books? Like the Superman movie?
Superman the movie on television. It aired where I live. It aired on CBS, and it was part 1 and part 2. And so one day I'm just sitting there, and Lois is falling from the building, and Superman goes up to save her, and it says to be continued. And I was like out of my mind, like, when am I going to see the rest of this? So like the next night we finished Superman, and then I covered my eyes and cried when Lois started to get buried. It was years before I could watch Lois getting buried in the dirt. Years. Yes. Right?
Yes.
And when I finally
that scene in the set in the Superman the movie, that scene where after the earthquake, Superman doesn't get to Lois Lane in time, and then he pulls her out. He pulls out the car. He opens the door, talks to her, and he's like, "No, no, no!" And Christopher's just like tear coming down. Oh, that scene! I remember seeing it. I saw it in the theater. I saw it in Plaza in Corona, New York, with cousin Nick, and I remember since that whole scene because. My first experience to Superman was through the Super Friends, and not to see that such a dramatic scene as a little kid, I was like, oh, I was all scared because it was so dramatic and stuff like that. And seeing Lois Lane dead, that was creepy as hell, man.
and it's amazing because they worked so hard to make that scene, and they did that scene towards the we have no budget left to work with,
Yeah.
And remember. The ending for that movie wasn't going to involve any of that. He wasn't even going to turn the world around. Turning the world around was supposed to be the ending for Superman 2.
The magic kid.
Yeah, but they told what's his name there? Oh my God, he also directed Lethal Weapon.
Richard Donner.
They told Richard Donner, that's it. You got no like. Se acabó. We're done with the money. You're done. You know?
You Latino?
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. So half Puerto Rican. So yeah, they pulled Richard Donner out for the second film replaced him with, what was it, Tom Lester or whatever the hell. And then of course, Margot Kidder wasn't having it, and she wouldn't shut up about it. So they were like, "Oh, you want to talk trash, Margot Kidder? Okay." And then the third movie, they're like, "We knocked you down to 2 scenes, bitch. Opening scene, end scene, out.
We're sending you to South America to a hurricane.
We're sending you to South America where Superman will not be, because he will be with Lana Lang."
Yeah. They deported her. Bastards.
That's okay though, because in my book, she took home a paycheck. Did she not?
There you go.
Because
you're watching the 757 Hustle. My name is George. We're hanging out with Cliff. We're hanging out with Cliff from Cliff on Comics. Lois Lane hater extraordinaire. No. So what? So you start collecting what? And then what? When you really started hardcore collecting, what was your go-to book? Like, what was your title?
It was all Superman. And then it went from Superman to then Superman and Legion of Superheroes.
Okay.
And then, because like I was trying to figure out who they were, and then once I figured out who they were, I was like crazy about them. And of course I'm reading Superman, and the whole, we got to resolve who Superboy is. Like the whole death of Superboy, that was a big thing for me. I didn't complete my Death of Superboy story for years. I completed the Death of Superboy the week that North Star came out in comics, because Scott Liddell did a local signing at this shop in New Windsor, New York, and I went with my dad to go get these books signed, including the Alpha Flight. And while I was there, the 2 issues of Legion of Superheroes I didn't have with the Death of Superboy were there. So I made my mom drive me back so I could pick up those 2 comics.
Nice.
And so my poor dad was like, "What are we doing here?" And my poor mom is like, "Oh my God, I sent you with your father so I wouldn't have to go." I'm like, "Come on, you got the checkbook. Let's go."
That's terrible. I used to have to stop. I used to work with my dad, right? I used to work with my dad, and we used to drive home. And then I would stop, and I'm like, pops. It would be a red light. I'm like, just go pull over there and double park for a second. And I'd run inside to the lotto store, grab a bunch of books, whatever's on the rack, so I could read them on the way home for traffic and stuff like that. My dad's like, seriously? And then sometimes there'll be like an Archie book, and I would just grab whatever, in a drink for me and my dad, a drink, a bag of chips, and then get in the car. So I got the comic books, and then all of a sudden I'm like, fuck, it's an Archie comic book. Fuck, it's a Donald Duck. And my dad's driving like, seriously? You're reading cartoons?
And you're like, well, it's better than nothing.
Yeah. Angel says Superboy and Legion of Superheroes 80s comics are the best.
Hey,
you know what?
Great.
I've never read them. My first real introduction to them. I mean, I've heard about them. I read comic books. If you read comics, you don't have to read to know about Alpha Fight. I read X-Men, so I know about them. You know the world, the canon, the world, and everything. So I am aware of that book, but I've never read it. My first introduction to them was the animated show, the Saturday morning cartoon Legion of Superheroes.
Yep.
I don't know how close it is to the comic book and to the lore, but it still introduced me to the characters. It made me. It was like, oh, welcome to this world. Now you want to know more, like you said about Superman.
Yeah,
you saw Superman, and then you went on and you learned about them. That's the same thing for me. I saw the cartoon. I'm like, okay, I get it. They're from the future. I get it now. Whatever, blah blah. The rings. I get all that stuff. And then you start, what the kids say, you go down a rabbit hole or whatever.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you start learning. So it was just the same way Super Friends was my first introductions to comic books. Back when I was, I was a little, I'm not just sitting there only watching TV. So look at that behind you, man. So what's going on behind you over there? So for those who don't know, I always remind everybody, those things, what are they called? They're called slabs, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what people do, they get stuff graded, they put them in a slab, and then it's preserved, and then it's going to be that price because it's that condition, and you're not going to get ripped off, and a lot of people do that. So how long are you been collecting slabs?
We're entering 3 years now.
That's cool, man. That's cool. How many would you say you have?
I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, so you got more. Damn, you have more than you know.
Dude, I just look. I just reached down and I have in my hand, right?
It's
And then
crazy.
look, I reach with my other arm over here and look.
Crazy. You're gonna bust one open tonight on camera?
No,
Come on.
no.
Come on.
No, I don't do that. I don't
Come
do that.
on. Come
If
on.
I was listen, if I was gonna do that, you gotta warn me in advance. You gotta warn me in advance.
Okay. Would you do it in 5 minutes?
No, I need like
Nah, I'm
I need
joking.
like a
I'm
week.
joking.
You know,
I'm joking.
I gotta process it. I gotta digest it. You know.
See. To me, I'm only a couple of years older than you, brother. I'm only a couple of years old. You know, slabs are new. Slabs wasn't around back in the day.
Slabs were around.
Oh, come on, man.
No. Slabs were around in 99.
99. We've been collecting since the 80s, and you say 99. That's
Yeah,
20.
no, I'm just saying they're not
Yeah.
new.
Yeah.
They're not new. I just think that the whole COVID pocket time.
You don't want COVID on the comics, so they put them in plastic.
No, I just think that hyped up grading even more was that period of time. I think it got better. I think it got more recognition as Comic Cons were rolling out and doing it more, and CGC was there to offer it at big shows. You know, so like my very first graded books, which I sold and broke my heart, they were all books that I got done at Wizard World. You know,
Wizard World, damn callback.
yeah. So like one of my books, and I owned the comic book store for a year, by the way. So one of my books was a CGC 9.9 Wizard World Michael Turner sketch cover that was signed by Michael Turner, right? And I sold that book to pay the rent. And then a few years ago, I saw that book on eBay, and not mine exactly, but it was a 9.9 sketch cover, Wizard World, signed by Michael Turner. And that book sold for over $4,000. And my face just melted, metaphorically.
That's crazy. Angel says, Cliff, you are right. COVID made graded books more popular.
Yeah.
Because
you got people at home who are all going through that. I've got money, and I'm reconnecting with my hobby and my childhood and all that. They were like, oh wow, people
were dying. People were dying, so they're like, oh man, let me give money to the next generation. I don't know, it's crazy. Actually,
I don't think people were thinking that. I mean,
who knows? It was a crazy time.
I know. I think people really thought that they were investing and they were playing that hype game, and some people actually made money off of that for a while.
I could imagine. Yeah, at first, if it takes off, a lot of people make money out of it. What I also found to be new, what I learned and I did on the channel the other day, was blind bags. That is really new. That's like 2-3 years old.
Yeah, that's.
Are you into that?
I'm not wildly into it, but that doesn't mean that I don't succumb to a blind bag once in a while.
Okay. Oh.
So this is the KRS Comics and TCM. I forgot what they're called, but they got together and they made an all-star number 58 blind bag. So this is the reprint of Power Girl's first appearance, but it was broken into a 1 in 750, a 1 in 500, a 1 in 300, and a 1 in 200. Right. And so you would get 3 of books from that, that barrage of books. And this was supposed to be, the legend has it, this is supposed to have been what they were going to sell at San Diego Comic-Con. But the blind bags did not arrive in time. So they put them up on their websites and they sold out on the websites. And I knew they sold out when I bought my 3 bags. There were literally only 7 left. And then that was it. They were genuinely sold out.
Ah, nice.
So I opened one and I got a 1 in 200, a 1 in 500, and a 1 in 750. And I gave one of these out as a prize. And then I'm probably going to open this bad boy up eventually for myself. Nice. And by the way, these were also these were $65 a pop or something.
Damn.
I'm not crazy about that. But I love the Superman family. I love Power Girl. You get 3 books, not just 1 book. I'm not justifying it. I just was one of those things where like, F it, I'm going to do it, right? and they're bagged and boarded on the inside too. When you pop the bag, you've got your bagged and boarded books. So I thought it was among one of the better blind bag deals. I think Bryce Comics did something similar, and I thought that was really cool what he did. And then, of course, if you watch this video with him talking about it, he made a very little profit off of all the hard work that went into it. And he's like, I'm probably never going to do this again.
I went to what's the dude? We just did a channel with Mark Spears. He did that white one with the white bag that came out for Christmas. So I got one. I got it in the back. But anyway, I got one when it came out. It was the first time I see everybody talking about it. So I was like, oh, fuck it. Let me open one up on camera, see what it is, whatever, blah, blah. I went yesterday to the comic book store. I wanted to pick something up. And then I was talking to the dude, and then I just happened to ask him. I said, hey, man, how are you doing on your Mark Spears stuff? Because I went to another store, and the guy says, that's where I got the Mark Spears blind bag. So I was at another comic book store, and then I asked the dude, how you doing your Mark Spears stuff? He goes to me, come here, man. He was like older dude. He's like, come here, mother. Come here, man. Look fucking over there. And it was just a fucking stack. Just a stack of all the blind bags. And the guy was pissed, man. The guy was pissed for that. Pissed. I didn't even mention it.
I think it happened because people, like the first time it happened, people were not aware. The second time it happened, people were more aware. The third time, everybody was aware. Everybody was hyped for it. And then, like every gimmick, it runs its course. And then, of course, to add insult to injury, and by the way, I'm going to defend Mark Spears and Kirkman on their blind bags all the way because the independent people putting their own personal touch on the blind bags, like I know wasn't executed perfectly, but the fact that they were really putting the work in and they were keeping the price point tight for everybody, I really like that. Marvel kind of tried to do that with Endgame, and we all saw how that kind of blew up in their face. And now they're promising us that that's Daredevil blind bag. And again, I like the price point, but when it comes to Mark Spears and Kirkman, not only was the price point good, because like, oh, if you open it and got an A cover, well, you paid the same price as an A cover, also it wasn't dinged up. But then B, you could have gotten something really amazing in your blind bag too, you know? So like, yeah, I feel like that should be the blind bag experience, and it should be limited, right? Like as soon as they saw that was successful, DC couldn't wait to hit us with freaking $10 blind bags. And of course, they justified it with no matter what you open, you're getting a foil cover, right? So that was their justification. And again, they did it well. And if you were really lucky and got one of them gold covers, you know, that was your comic book lottery win.
That's right. For and everybody, I guess now it's like you know, you get to choose what type of collector you are. There's more options. You know, I'm a blind bag guy. I'm a variant cover guy. I'm a slab guy. There's people who just read. I collect the comic books just to read. I read the stories. You know what I'm saying?
I think we have readers. I think we mostly have readers, right? I think we have cover collectors because people love the art. I'm not gonna shame that. I think that's a real thing. And then there's people who want to have their completed sets, but I think the majority of people are readers. I think we have a couple of weird niche groups which are after the flip and stuff like that. Whatever. But like but the majority, I think we have readers and we have cover collectors. And I guess the cover collectors may be attracted to the blind bags because of the stuff you can only pull from there. But also the biggest scam they pulled on us in this quarter century so far has been the variants, right? Because variants are keeping all sorts of, I don't think Amazing Spider-Man is doing gangbusters in sales because it's the best story out there. I think it's doing gangbusters in sales because they put out banger variants that people go after, you know? It's like, oh, this book is kind of sloppy. Well, yeah, give me one Bermejo Spider-Man versus Venom, and then the other cover is freaking, you know, Black Cat bent over a freaking diamond with her boobies out, and I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 100% right. Angel says, I love art, story, cover, and color. Yeah, me too, man. I've always been I couldn't get enough of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would read a comic book back in the day and it says, previously in, Iron Man issue 136. And I'm like, oh, now I got to get Iron Man 136 to find out what happened, what the story was. You know what I'm saying? But in my recent journeys, I mean, I've met people that just collect slabs and they have no idea. They just know, like, hey, man, this thing is worth $100. This thing is worth $50, and that's. Like, I'm not judging anyone.
Okay, I judge a little bit
Okay, here
because
we go. Hold on, here we go.
because if you're gonna do that, like at least know the history of why you have it. Like all my slabs have a story, and I usually have a soft cover or a trade or something to back up why I own the book that I own. You know, I don't know. I feel weird about people who own them and don't even like make a note of the history. You know, like for goodness sake, like if you're gonna own that Edge of Venom or End of Venomverse over there or whatever, like know whose first appearance it is, buddy, and who did the cover, maybe.
Hey, you know what? And I see it as I remember back in the '90s. I remember people who would you never think collecting Beanie Babies just because they knew they would be worth money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But I don't know. Everybody's got a different path. Me personally, my only slab is the one I got from the auction. Is from the curing cancer auction. It's a little just a major. I was trying to help out.
Very
from
nice.
the Legion of Comics and Comics Curing Cancer. So, but this is like the first time I've actually felt one, held one. I'm like, oh man. And I'll admit, once you touch a slab in your hand, you're like, ooh. It's like it makes the comic book legit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, if you think that's impressive, now I'm not crazy about PSA. They're still new on the market. I'm not here to defend all these damn freaking hedge fund freaking companies going after each other. But I will say this. The PSA slab is the strongest freaking slab I've ever encountered. You can assault somebody with this as a weapon. Okay? Strong.
And he has proof. And the blood wipes right off with a Kleenex. No problem.
No, if only. No, you better, awesome. Make sure you have all the high grade chemicals that from Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever, or True Value, wherever your local chemical supply is. You make sure you get that if you're going to do something stupid like that.
Let me ask you this, man. I see behind you, I see that cool Superman drawing. What are those two spinner racks back there? Those gold spinner racks.
Two spinner racks are 2 comic book community awards.
Okay.
And then I got a couple more that are not here. So one of those is for Best Live Stream Council Comics. One is most engaging host Cliff on Comics, and then from last year, most comedic, or 2 years ago, most comedic content creator. I got the
awesome, man. Congratulations. That's pretty badass. That's pretty badass. It's pretty cool. It's fun. It's always great to get recognized by your peers. It's always great to get recognized in your community. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's always fun just to have a little competition, just to get everybody energetic, and because when there's more drive, you do good, everybody does good, and everybody pushes, and you know what I'm saying, and everybody does well.
But I've had this conversation many times with people, and if no one were watching, am I still going to do Comics and Coffee with Cliff? And yes, I am. If no one were watching, I'm still doing Comics and Coffee with Cliff.
And what days are those?
That's usually Saturdays. At any given time, because 10 a.m. is not as open to everybody as I need it to be.
It's crazy. I know. Setting a time schedule, it is crazy. I mean, I've had to set times with people in Japan. And just scheduling with people here in the States, man. I'm like, well, I'm Central Time. I'm like, Central Time. I know California time, Central Time, or Mountain Time. I'm like, what? I'm like, Mountain Time. You got to like carry the decimal, the fraction. But anyway, man, that's pretty fucking cool. Hey, man, would you like to play some Would You Rather?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. So you're watching 757 Show. My name is George. We're hanging out here with Cliff from Cliff Comics. Check out his YouTube channel. Check out his Instagram. My man knows his stuff, man. My man knows his stuff, man. The guy's been collecting since he was a little kid, man. That's pretty cool. You could tell he spent some money on comic books. He's passionate. He loves his stuff. So I think he's verified as a legit fan. We verified. We like to verify his people.
I'm like, I don't know if I pass all the verifications, but I definitely pass a verification for a comic book nerd fan. I lived through the eras where you suffered for your comic book nerdom, so I heard that.
We survived the shoulder pads, the 90s, the you know what I'm saying? We survived all that stuff.
No, I've told some friends of mine, like, you know, like there were times in high school where I was just genuinely afraid, you know, just like scared. Like I just didn't want to go to school because I just was afraid of what I might encounter. And, you know, and a lot of that was probably in my head, but there was definitely a couple people that scared the crap out of me, you know? And then on top of that, it was like every little thing. One day I had a Dungeons and Dragons hardcover that a friend of mine loaned me. And I think it was like the Player's Guide or something. And it was in my backpack. And I remember somebody in my Spanish class saw it. And then the next thing I know, everyone in my Spanish class is asking me, wait, do you cast spells? Do you think you actually cast spells? Does that book is that book do like
Bruja.
Bruja. Yeah, right? And I was like, it's a game. The spells are fake. It's just about playing a game. Like it was so like I never made that mistake again. But let me tell you, just that one thing, I didn't hear the end of it. Right? I did a promotion in middle school for the Death of Superman. I never heard the end of it. I just never heard the end of it anytime I did something nerdy. And it just went on and on.
Do you feel the modern generation, because the comic book world, I'm just going to call it comic books are in pop culture now because of the movies and everything. Do you feel that like, I'll give you an example. I always say this. Back then, same thing like you. I talked about Captain America, and I would never, even back in the 80s, if you say you collected Captain America, comic book collectors will make fun of you. The X-Men fans will be like, you collect Captain America? Oh my God, that's a wussy of you. So, yeah. But then you fast forward, I have my nieces and nephews and their children watching Winter Soldier going, Bucky's your friend. No, Bucky's your friend. So now it's like Superman, Batman, Bucky. Bucky is coming out of the mouths of babes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like this generation,
I do feel Captain America, because of his World War II origins, right? I feel like he still like had his own special place, right? Like people just knew who he was because your grandfather grew up reading Captain America, you know? So I feel like that was something new, but it doesn't.
What I'm referring to.
Yeah, people reading Captain America though, you know?
Yeah. What I'm referring to, like now, if you bust out your Dungeons and Dragons book, everybody be like, "Oh shit, that's the thing from Stranger Things." People will be like, "Oh, that's from Stranger Things," and they wouldn't be so like, "Oh my God, are you a witch?" They would know. It's like all this pop culture, sword and fantasy stuff. We grew up that was kind of nerdy, and it was like, you didn't bring it up because people will make fun of you. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't talk comic books. I didn't have comic book friends. All my friends were jocks, musicians. They weren't comic book dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I had nobody to talk to about oh man, did you get the new G.I. Joe issue? Oh, did you get the new Avengers comic? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, they killed Superman. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until my first band, the drummer was at the comics. And then we finally started to talking. And then I'd be like, oh, I collect Aquaman. He was like, dude, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So it's like people collect different things, people like different things, and that's cool, man. Angel says, I call my basement nerd Nirvana. Yeah, we all need one, man. We all need our little fortress of solitude, our little man caves or she sheds, or whatever you like to call it, your little bat cave, the cliff cave. I call mine the bunker. You know what I'm saying? I call mine the bunker back here.
By the way, the Superman piece is a Scott Eaton piece that my friend Benny had for my birthday.
Nice. Oh, which is your birthday month this month, right?
Right, because I'm January 1st.
Feliz cumpleaños. All right. You're watching 757 Hustle Show. My name is George. We're hanging out here with Cliff from Cliff on Comics. Check out his channel. And I think it's time to play Would You Rather. All right. Let me get myself back on camera. Boom, there I am. All right. So I'm going to run down 5 of them. I'm going to run down really 5. You just give me the answer, no explanation, right? I give it to you and give me the answer, and then we'll go the reasons why. All right. Here we go. This is Would You Rather with Cliff from Cliff on Comics. Number 1, Batman suit versus Iron Man suit.
Iron Man suit.
Spider-Man powers versus the Flash's speed.
Ooh. Spider-Man powers.
All right. Spider-Man's powers. Wolverine's claws or Thor's hammer.
Thor's hammer.
Okay. Deadpool's humor or Joker's chaos.
Deadpool's humor.
All right. Number 5, Star Wars. Jedi or Sith.
Jedi.
Jedi. Okay. All right. Take it for the top. Thank you. Now we will judge you based on your opinions. No. All right. Batman suit versus Iron Man. Which one did you say?
Iron Man.
Iron Man. Why Iron Man?
Because it's cool, man. Repulsor blast, interior cooling. You got an AI that's talking to you and guiding you. You know
what? You're the first person I ever hear refer to Iron Man having an air conditioning unit. You never think about that. Yeah, man. You got air conditioning in there. I love it. All
yeah,
right.
my fat ass. My fat ass here's air conditioning unit, and I'm in. You know, everybody else. Yeah. All these other costumes, sweaty and terrible.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Was Spider-Man's powers versus the Flash? You said
I chose Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, stick the walls and stuff like that and everything. Yep. All right. Wolverine's claws and Thor's hammer. You said
Thor's hammer.
Thor's hammer. Why Thor's hammer?
Yo, call upon the lightning. You know, the fact that you can recall it to your hand. You know, and okay. the fact that you can summon different types of freaking elemental power from it, you know.
That's if you're worthy. Do you think you're worthy?
Listen, you told me.
Hey, all I said was you said the hammer. I did not see if you're worthy or not.
I'm assuming if I chose the hammer, then that means that I am worthy. It decided I was worthy.
Okay, all right. You tell yourself that, Loki. All right. Deadpool's humor versus Joker's chaos.
I chose Deadpool's humor.
Deadpool, yeah, I can see that 100%. Jedi or Sith? You said Jedi. That means you're a good.
I can't get down with all the Sith chaos. It's too much.
It's too much, and you like to roll more than just one person.
I like to what?
So, all right, here we go. The next 5. The next 5. Here we go. We're gonna roll them down. Here we are. So, would you rather X-Men versus Avengers?
X-Men.
Justice League versus Avengers.
Justice League.
Superman's flight versus Hulk's strength.
Ooh, Superman's flight.
Green Lantern's ring versus Doctor Strange's magic.
Green Lantern's ring.
Batmobile or the Avengers Quinjet.
Oh.
Quinjet. All right. So you said X-Men?
Yes.
Do you collect X-Men?
Yes.
Do you collect Avengers also, or?
Yeah, sometimes a little bit.
Okay, so you prefer X-Men?
I prefer X-Men. Yes.
Okay. Why is that?
Hello, mutants being ostracized for being different and persecuted. Oh my! I can't relate to that at all.
We're still talking about that mutant thing. Nice. All right. Justice League versus Avengers.
I chose Justice League.
You said Justice League, right? Why?
I'm not going against my Superman, my Wonder Woman.
Oh, that's right. You like the classic tree. All right. And Superman versus Hulk's strength. You said to fly like Superman.
Because I feel like the world is beautiful and I want to enjoy that.
Flying around, I feel
like flying around would be really serene. You know what I mean?
I think that'd be awesome. I think that'd pretty badass, and especially if you could fly around the world like within a second. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to Japan a couple of years ago, and we ate at this little ramen place that was like off of Beatnik Road, and we were eating there every day. Like I would fly there every day and be like, number 5, and just fly back home and eat it here. All right. But
There's a little manga of Superman flying across the world for his favorite meal all the time.
yeah, you see, got it made. You got it made. Green Lantern's ring versus Doctor Strange's magic. You said
I chose the ring.
you chose the ring.
Yeah.
What was that?
Because I think like having the willpower to just summon with speed versus having to concentrate on spells, like I'll be like, oh my god, this is taking too long. I'm like, make a force field, like
Yeah, I think being Doctor Strange, you would have to like a doctor. You got to memorize a lot of stuff.
No,
It's
you
like,
do. You're like, oh, I gotta trap this guy. You can't rely on the crimson ribbons of Sidorak every 5 seconds. I have Agamotto to warn you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Vagatomoto, and then I mispronounce it, and I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? Because I mispronounced the word. Definitely right. For Green Lantern, you don't have to talk. You don't have to you just
just make stuff.
Yeah. Doctor Strange, you gotta do all this shit, and
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and look good at it. All right.
No.
Batmobile versus the Quinjet.
I chose the Quinjet.
The Quinjet, right?
Yeah, I like flying around. I don't need to be like busting through the streets and stuff. And why bust through the streets when you could just fly to your destination?
And the Quinjet has enough to take enough of you and your peeps wherever you want to go.
Exactly. I could bring somebody. I could bring a hot lover on there. But they could show them a good time.
Who would you take? All right, give us superheroes in the superhero world. Who would you take? You get to, let's say you're a superhero, you're famous, whatever you are. Everybody knows who you are, and you're like, come on. You could take 1, 2, Quinjet. I'm gonna just say 4 people. You're taking 4 people.
4 people?
4
okay.
People. Who are you taking with you?
Oh man, I'm gonna take Jean Grey and Storm.
Jean Grey and Storm, okay.
Yep. And I'm gonna take, man, who else is fun?
Fun-wise?
What's really messed up is that everyone I'm thinking of is an X-Man.
You're
I want to take Jean Grey. I want to take Storm. I want to take Kitty. I want to take Iceman so I can make out with him. Okay.
I get it.
Hey, Mark, welcome.
Oh, Legion, what's up, brother? Hey, Legion, come stop by. What's up, homies? Mark, check him out. Check out his channel. We were showing the slab earlier we got from the auction. All right, here we go. You're watching the 757 Show. My name is George. We're hanging out with Cliff from Cliff on Comics, and it's time for. All right. So here goes the next fear. Optimus Prime or Megatron?
Optimus.
Ninja Turtles or G.I. Joe?
G.I. Joe.
Shredder or Cobra Commander?
Cobra Commander.
Gotham or Metropolis?
Metropolis. Lightsaber
or Vibranium?
Vibranium.
All right. Here we go. Remember, there's no wrong answers. There's no wrong answers. We just judge you based on your answers. All right. Okay. And Optimus, you say Optimus. So that means you're a good guy, right?
I try.
I cry. Ninja Turtles. You said Ninja Turtles. Why Ninja Turtles?
No, I said G.I. Joe.
Oh, you said G.I. Joe. My bad. And why is that?
Yeah, hotter guys.
And why? Okay. So it's more of a visual thing, not a fight for freedom thing.
Also, I'll get shot at all day and never get hit.
True that. True. You'll never die. Only in the comic book. Be careful. You're a comic book guy. They die in the comic books. They don't die in the cartoon. You got to remember. You see, you got to
die. If I'm gonna die, the dude with the parrot. We're gonna get down before that happens.
Oh, nice. Getting down with a shipwreck. All right. Legion says you stick to his poll, Cliff. Haven't you ever seen A Christmas Story? All righty. Cliff on Comics, Legion Comics. Just stick it. There you go. Family love. All right. Shredder versus Cobra Commander. You said.
I said Cobra Commander.
Cobra Commander, why?
Yeah, I gotta stick with the gays, man.
Oh, why is Cobra Commander gay? Hold on. Why is Cobra? I'll be honest with you. Why do you think Cobra Commander is gay? Why would
come on. He's so vain. He's always wearing a damn mask. Oh, he wants those Joes so bad. I know what you want. You want Duke. I know what you want, Cobra Commander. I see what it is. I see this.
Angel wants to know if would you rather Duke or Flint?
Oh my God, that is rough.
Oh, easy.
Oh my goodness.
Duke or Flint, or do you like the quiet type, Snake Eyes?
Well, first of all, I think I've been like, first of all, Snake Eyes has done so much training. I bet he's got the best body. I do have.
I heard he's a butterface.
Well, then he can wear the mask. That I'm gonna go with Duke.
Go with Duke. All right. We got a few more. Metropolis, of course. You want to see Superman and all that, right?
And
all
also, right. Which one has the lower crime rate? Everybody.
Metropolis, right?
Right, and like I don't know what's wrong with Gotham, but like Batman's like no one touches the city. Well, you're not doing a great job.
Do you think the rent is cheaper in Gotham and more expensive in Metropolis?
Absolutely,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Lightsaber. Okay, here we go. Lightsaber or a shield like Caps.
Oh, is that what the choice was?
Oh yeah, I forgot to say shield. Yeah, my bad. It was a lightsaber or a vibranium shield.
Right, vibranium, baby, vibranium.
The shield. Okay.
Yeah,
Are you a Star Wars dude?
Yeah, sometimes. I don't know.
You're okay. You can say it's not your thing.
I'm a casual Star Wars fan.
Okay.
I'm like, I really enjoy those movies and some of those TV shows. Like, I'm not like, let me go get the figures and all that.
All right. All right. Here we go. Spider-Man suit or Black Panther suit?
Oh, Black Panther suit.
Deadpool's teammate or Deadpool's enemy?
Deadpool's teammate.
Wolverine's healing factor or Deadpool's healing factor?
Wolverine's healing factor.
Star Wars universe or Marvel universe? Well, we're Marvel universe. Oh, here next one. DC universe or Marvel universe?
DC universe.
All right. Villain story or hero story?
Hero story.
Cape or no cape?
No cape. I like a cape. Make me cape. I like a cape.
Like a cape?
If I'm invulnerable, I'm doing a cape. If I'm not invulnerable, no cape.
No capes. Okay. Cosmic powers or street level skills?
Oh my God, cosmic powers. What?
Cosmic powers?
Listen, come on. Like, if you want street level skills, just go now. Just start your new diet, your new
just go to the gym. Yeah.
Go join a keto. Like, go do all that. No cosmic powers.
Cosmic power.
Let me call upon ancient winds to destroy these relics of atrocity.
my thing would be like, I finally get like, I got the power to fly. I got the power to have wind blow me up. And then all of a sudden I get freaking like nauseous. Like I get motion sickness. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, every time I levitate myself with the winds, my stomach is like I just went on a roller coaster. So
I know, but when it's power cosmic, you're just flying.
Just flying.
Or you could summon a surfboard like Silver Surfer just because you're cosmic.
Cosmic. The cosmic shit is good, I hear. Fine. Team leader or lone wolf?
Oh, team leader.
You're a team leader? So I
messed it up, but I tried.
So who would be your team? So who's your favorite X-Men team leader? Cyclops or Storm?
Oh man. Yeah, like, I love me some Cyclops, but I'm gonna give it to Storm.
Give it to Storm. Okay. What about who do you like leading the Justice League?
Leading the Justice League. Technically, Martian Manhunter.
You like him leading it? Okay.
All right. I like when he's the dude telling everybody where they should be.
They should be.
But like, I feel like that's technically leader, don't you think?
Yeah, you're right. It's like yeah. It's like basically it's like Batman, you figure out the plan, but Superman, you go do this while Batman's doing that, and I see that.
You also have to remember is actually, you know what? Do you know who was a pretty damn good leader? Hal Jordan.
I can see that.
Yeah, because you got to remember, Batman is not always the leader. He's not always there.
Yeah. Are you
So
excited for the Green Lantern show?
I anticipate the Green Lantern show.
Did you enjoy the last Superman movie?
I very much enjoyed the last Superman movie.
I loved it. Yeah, I enjoyed it very much. See a good looking Superman?
He is a good looking Superman, yes.
Good
Oh
Superman.
my God. I've loved him ever since he was on that stupid Netflix show where the main character made a comment about him looking like Superman. And I was like, oh my God, he's beautiful. He really does look like Superman. So, yes, I was rooting for him. I was rooting for Rachel when I saw her on Marvelous Miss Maisel. When they announced these people, these are all people, they were like my dream cast. Dream Lois, Dream Jimmy, Dream Clark. These are all people I would have chosen to play them.
That's all. I never heard of the dude. Angel says Hal is a good leader. I don't think he was a good leader. I thought he was more like a hot shot, always like,
No, he's led multiple times.
Well, in the Green Lantern Corps, but with the Justice League?
In the Justice League, yeah.
Go
Captain Atom also led, but he's Hal's a better leader in my opinion.
Hal's a better leader. All right. Let me see. Multiverse, whatever. What are you excited for that's coming out?
Supergirl.
Supergirl looks good. I'm with you on that.
I'm excited for Supergirl, and
are you a He-Man fan? Masters
oh
Universe?
my God, yes, I actually am excited for that. I actually am.
Right.
The haters on that, I don't know where they came from, but please just go back under the rock from which you came.
I know they just ruining it for everybody, man.
Yeah, and every single person who said, "Oh, he doesn't look ripped enough" and stuff, all of you should be. I hope there's someone in your life fat shaming you. You know?
Yeah, I am so excited. I have not the last time, honestly, Superman was the last movie I was so excited for when I saw the trailer with crypto and everything. So Angel says at one point Aquaman was also the leader for the Justice. Yeah, the Detroit version, right? Don't they call him the Detroit?
And we saw that had some hit and miss results. Poor Aquaman.
Yeah, you know what, man? He's one of those guys. They keep trying, and unfortunately, I don't know, man. But I'm definitely excited for Supergirl. Definitely excited for He-Man. I'm even excited for Avengers Doomsday, just to see how they're gonna put this together.
I'm like this on Avengers Doomsday. Like, I still want to see it, but like, how are we gonna get from where we are right now?
Yeah.
To whatever it is, it looks like they're setting us up for.
Crazy. Hey, you're watching Senpai Sound Show. My name is George. We're hanging out with Cliff on Comics. It is Friday night. We're multi-streaming today. So once again, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. We're also recording for the podcast. If you're watching this on a replay, like always, say hello in the comments, and we'll get back to you shortly. Cliff will, if you don't smash that like button, Cliff's gonna smash a slab.
That's not happening, but I like your spirit.
There you go. Cliff's a good guy. He's one of us. Definitely, man. So definitely check out his channel. So you getting ready for the big storm? No, you guys aren't gonna get hit with the storm. Oh, I think
we had our big for me.
That's right. It was just last weekend. Last weekend it snowed here, and it's Armageddon, Snowmageddon, and all that shit. The same shit. Go get it.
It was Snowmageddon for me.
For you, yeah. For you, here it snowed, and the next morning it rained, and it was all gone.
Oh, you lucky bastard! Where are you again?
Virginia Beach area.
Virginia. You were real lucky down there.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get ours. Tomorrow. We're gonna get ours tomorrow night. Yeah, we get ours. So I had to go back and buy more of our Survivor snacks because we ate them all already. So so now we gotta go back and re-up on our snack. What do you got coming up next, man? What do you got coming up on the channel? Anything? Remind everybody about your streams again.
Tomorrow, 5 p.m., Comics and Coffee. I got Adamantium Blade Comics. Jeff, he's going to be on. I'm going to do my subscriber giveaway and my members giveaway. And we're going to have a good time.
Awesome. Brother, man, I want to thank you for being on and hanging out with us tonight. I know we had a late start tonight, but we got things going. We had a little bit of fun with your. I'm glad that you came on, man. Anytime you want to come on, you're more than welcome. Anytime. Are you? Do you like doing comic book trivia?
Oh please, man, do I?
Okay,
I am.
all right. That's good. I know some people don't like doing trivia and stuff like that. Oh, awesome, awesome. So next time we'll get together. Maybe I'll put you up against. I did a couple of weeks ago. We did a comic book Jeopardy on here. We had a couple of people playing comic book Jeopardy on here. Maybe we'll do that again. Maybe Legion might want to come on.
I've done comic book Jeopardy for a while, and then I just got tired of having to like
beat everybody. Oh, making them and stuff like that.
Like making them rounding folks up to participate. The whole shit.
It's a lot. Trying to put a little live stream together. I know.
Last year, I threatened to bring it back last year. I didn't bring it back at all last year. Maybe if I do it this year, it might be like a once a month thing.
I get you. Yeah. I'm trying to do it in the channel. I'm trying to keep it going. Maybe weeknights. Seeing how it's working out. It just all depends on the real life situation. If I'm physically able to do it. If I don't have shit going on in the background while I'm on the air with you, my dog's on the floor just thinking up a storm, telling me and I know it's going to be time for her to go out because the whole time I've been streaming with you, I'm like,
she's just down there, being
relax. She's relaxed. So,
oh, is that what she's calling it? Okay,
all right, yeah. Angel says, "Count me in, definitely, brother. You're more than welcome." And also I know we do Family Feud around here. We do Geeked Out. We do a lot of stuff. And I'm glad we got to meet you guys. And like always, man, hit the notification bell. That is why it's very important when you support Cliff, support me, support everybody else. Go to Legion's page, go to Angel's page, hit the notification bells. So when we jump on, you know what's going on. So I think we're wrapping up, man. I really, once again, thank you for being on with us today. Angel, thank you for stopping by. Mark from Legion of Comics, always a pleasure to have you here. That's another guy that knows everything or thinks he knows everything. Ha ha ha. Nah, just joking. I love it.
Right.
I was waiting for that one. So we all love him.
I love. He's my favorite fuckboy. So
DC fans stick together because they usually get jumped. All right.
Hell
right.
No. Remember, DC fans got something y'all Marvel fans never have, and that's Batman.
That's Batman. I'm Batman. But remember, without prep time, dun dun dun.
Whatever. He's prepared for. The only thing he wasn't prepared for in the last 26 years was Amanda Waller. That was it.
Yeah, it's true that. All right, everybody, like and subscribe. We'll talk to you soon. Be safe. If you got to deal with the storm this weekend, be careful.
Good luck.
If you get stuck in the snow, don't forget to watch my videos so I get the watch time hours. Be safe, everybody. Peace.